sane people, come and make a crazy deal with a genuine booby madman junior. I've been running a muck if I wasn't running a used car lot, and listen to this here bug house special. You can buy a late model sedan that's noiseless, fuel saving, and guaranteed pollution free for under $100. How's that for crazy? How's that for crazy? How's that for crazy? How's that for crazy? Josephine!
Madman Junior!
Is that any way to address the Emperor of France?
Sorry. Bonjour, Napoleon, your emperorship.
That's better. Now, what is it, car mechanic?
Do you know that one of your cars doesn't have any engine?
That's the one that's noiseless, fuel saving, and guaranteed pollution free. But it's still a good buy, folks. But the horse to pull it, that comes extra.
Can I have the evening off, Napoleon?
Not tonight, Josephine. The number to call is BR549. Hi, here, friend. Junior Samples here for sampled used cars and sales. Come on out here, and for only $2,000, I'll put you into a beautiful 1971 four-door sedan. And for $2,000 more, I'll even let you drive it home. Remember, the number is BR... 549. Hi, friends. Junior Samples here, the King Kong daddy of the used car world. And if anyone out there in this land speaks German, will you get down here and help me out? I've got a German car on the lot, and we're looking for someone to read the manual so we can find the gas filler. The car's only got 186 miles on it, and she remain in that condition unless somebody tells us where the gas goes. If you speak German and you're peaceful, the number to call is BR549. Hi there, friend. This time once again for Junior's Academy Award Drive-In Theater. All of the wonderfuls is brought to you by the Mr. Nice Guy Tonight's movies, an old classic, Mr. Cole Goshwins. And Goshwins is the meanest and biggest. He make King Kong look like Truman Capote with all of them our things else in mid. Let's all watch Goshwick. Roll 'em. Boy, what a scary movie. Every time I watched that, I got scared mighty older and broke down. Now, I'll break down and call for a car. Remember, the number to call is BR549, and I had it out there all the time. Hi, all you sane people. This is Madman Junior here from used car dealer and raving loon. I'm so crazy I lose money on every deal. I mean, every car I sell.
Why can't that Junior be original, at least make a different mistake every time?
Hi out there, all you sane people. This is Madman Junior's used car deal and a raving loon. I'm so crazy I lose money on every car I sell. I'm so broke I'm starving to death. The only reason I look fat right now is I blow myself up with an air hose before taping these commercials. So come on down and take advantage of mentally incomparable who thinks he's Napoleon Bonaparte. You'd better get it here fast before I invade Russia, they put me away, whichever one comes first. The number to call is BR549.
Hey, Junior, I'll buy a car, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Me and my big mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the magician of the used car world, the only living man that disappears as soon as the dinner check comes, the master of the weird and near weird, Junior the Great! Tell us, Great Junior, what's your most difficult trick?
Getting booked. I played in so many empty theaters, I'm getting fan mail from janitors.
What famous trick are you going to do tonight?
I'm gonna saw a woman in half.
Oh, anybody we know?
You. Get into that box, and don't worry, I used to do this as a kid.
That explains why you have all those half-sisters.
I saw my mother-in-law in half last year, and she's twice as bad as she used to be. Get into the box, woman child.
Okay, but what if it doesn't work?
Then you'll be twice the woman you are now. The number to call is BR549.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the magician's magician, the master of sleight of hand, sleight of mind, and the used car wizard of all time, Junior the Great. How do you do that? Aren't you surprised to be here?
Yeah, I thought I was on my way to Vegas.
But now that you're here, oh, Junior the Great, what's the trick of the week?
See that car behind me? I'm going to turn that thing into a hardware store.
Sounds exciting.
Especially for me, I have to drive that darn thing to work. And besides, a 10-year-old kid could do this trick. You come to think of it, see if you can find me a 10-year-old kid.
What if I can't find a 10-year-old?
Didn't bring me 2 5-year-olds. Number to call BR549.
Ladies and gentlemen, the magic dealer of the used car world, Junior the Great!
Tonight, I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of my hat. Where's the rabbit?
The hair's on top of your head.
I know, and there's hair on top of my head, and I've also got hair on my arm, but where's the rabbit hair?
On top of your head. The hair's on your head.
I've never been so embarrassed in all of my life. That was my big trick. Now what do I do for an encore?
Why don't you play the lead in Swan Lake?
What part'll I play?
The lake.
Thank you. That's the part I can really jump into. The number to call is BR549.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a man with magic in his veins. If only he had blood. Junior the Great! Oh, Junior, what's with the saw? Are you building a new career?
This is a modern version of the sawing a woman in half.
Does it work?
Does it work? Does it work? The guy that sold me this trick cut so many women in half, he had to join the mortgage union to get on the table, Mitzi.
Junior, what if this doesn't work?
Then I'll have trouble making. Then you'll have trouble making both ends meet.
Junior, you are the world's greatest musician.
I'm going to make a 7-course dinner disappear. Would you like to join me? The half that eats, that is.
What about my lower half?
We'll rent it out for pantyhose displays. The call is BR549. I done told my board in too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce the greatest used car magician in the world. I know he's a magician because after he did his first trick, every friend he had disappeared. Junior
I just returned from Europe, where I performed to the smallest audience in the world.
The Pope?
No, Macaroni.
What's that ugly-looking contraption?
This is a French guillotine. The French are nice people. They didn't believe in capital punishment, so they invented the guillotine. Put your head in it, child.
I don't want to ruin my permanent.
If this thing don't work, you don't have to worry about your permanent.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the world's greatest used car magician. He claims to be a master of auto-suggestions. You should hear some of the weird suggestions he makes to the autos. Junior, go, go!
Like my outfit?
Junior, you look silly in that getup. Why, if you had one more leg, you'd look like a grand piano.
Mitzi, do you realize I have more brains in my little finger than I do in my whole head?
Yep, I do.
Well, and don't make them kind of cracks about Junior the Great. I'm getting a vision. Hold it. Mitzi, I can tell you're thinking of buying a pair of shoes, right?
Wrong. A hat.
Well, I didn't miss it but 2 feet.
Boy, are you a lousy magician.
I can't figure out why I didn't get it. After all, I went to 16 magic schools.
Why so many?
The boy I kept a copying answers from kept a moving. Called BR549.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a man that's going to perform a rare bit of magic. I know it's rare because it's certainly not well done. Junior the Great!
What kind of introduction is that, woman child? When I perform, the audience usually yells. We want Junior. We want Junior. Lucky for me, the police have always arrived in time or they'd get me.
What's the trick of the week?
This is a near famous Indian basket and rope trick. You know, during this here trick, at no time will my fingers leave my hand.
What a trick!
Come back, come back. I wonder where they all went. The call is BR549. Listen up, you car music lover. Buy any car from me this weekend and you'll receive as a bonus this year album of Junior's greatest hits of the century. The Monster album was the Japanese sequence to Debbie Boom's song. It's entitled You Ride Up My Ride.
That's right. right. There's an Aborigine drinking song called She Was Only a Cannibal's Daughter, but oh, how she liked her mint stewed. This album also contains a rare collection of hits by Gary and Larry, the Siamese twins singing You'll Never Walk Alone.
Buy any car for me this weekend, and this album is yours. I'll do nothing to get rid of it. That's BR549, the name. Listen up, sodbuster. Buy any car from me this weekend, and you'll receive free of charge Junior's collection of golden country hits.
This album contains such memorable hits as She Was Only a Golfer's Daughter, but She Sure Could Play Around. Here's a sample.
That group is really worth watching.
Unfortunately, they're not worth hearing.
Mitzi, do you know good music when you hear it? Music runs in my family.
My brother runs in my family. He's a jogger.
I come from a musical family. When I was 12 years old, my father gave me a trumpet, opened the door, and told me to blow. Called BR549. Junior's greatest hits of the century. Mitzi, do you know you'd look good in something long and flowing?
Oh, something long and flowing?
Yeah, go jump in the river.